All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? How you doing? Welcome in. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. ¿Y tú? Soy gringo. Soy gringo. Soy gringo. All right. This is kind of like an exception of Inception. I wanted to come in. Check 1 2, check 3 4. I guess it's a little low. I was seeing on the playback last time it was just a tad low. So I wanted to make sure I could go in. Check 1 2. It's Mike Ox. Mike/Ox. Put them together. All right. Mike Ox. Okay. Check 1 2. Check 3 4. Yo. Hello. I feel like that's that's about where it should be. Okay. Mike Ox. Yeah. Whoever did that knew what they were doing. Whoever put those two things together, they knew what they were doing. All right. Welcome in, guys. Welcome to another exciting episode of Eric Reads Audiobooks. Whoa. Did not expect that. What sold? Man, look at that. Philosophical methods and their application to the art of living. All right, Andrew. That's cool. Hey, love to see it. Just a day ago. I think that one has pretty good rates too, so that's fantastic. That makes 3 for the quarter. 33 for the year. I beat that 7 days in during my last one. So, unfortunately, without How to Play Blackjack Like a Pro, here we are. It's so sad. Okay, let's go back to it. In production, we have Fit and Strong After 50, so that is what we're working on today. This Fit and Strong After 50. As far as completed goes, we have up to 3 chapters completed. But as far as recorded goes, we are up to, I think, chapter 9. Yeah, we're on chapter 9. Here we go. Bam. So since we're on chapter 9, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chapters left. Okay. All right. I love this automatic switch. It's like before I even know it, I'm already on the next one. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. That's exactly what I want to see. All right, guys, let's just jump right into it. Hold up. Sorry. There we go. What's up, Jacob? Good to see you. Jacob Adams, ladies and gentlemen. No, it is not. It is not Naughty Talk Hour now. That is not what we're doing. But, hey, I appreciate you, and it's good to see you. Chapter 9, Social Engagement and Community. Yeah, we'll broadcast that later. We'll do that on the OnlyFans stream. The new foundation of health. Connection over isolation. For many people, The first half of life is a whirlwind of responsibilities. Work deadlines, raising children. Work deadlines, raising children. Paying bills, building careers, and navigating countless social obligations. But as we move into the second half of life, the landscape begins to change. Careers slow down or retire entirely. Children grow up and leave home, and the daily social fabric we once relied on starts to come apart. This shift can feel confusing, even lonely. However, it also creates a space for something much more rewarding. The chance to develop deeper, more meaningful connections. The chance to develop deeper, more meaningful connections that positively affect our physical and emotional health. Social engagement after 50 is more than just feeling good. Social engagement after 50 is more than just feeling good. It is essential for aging well. As research, it is essential for aging well. As research increasingly shows, loneliness and social isolation are as harmful to health as smoking, obesity, or a lack of activity. Conversely, strong social networks and regular community involvement serve as powerful shields against Conversely, strong social networks and regular community involvement serve as powerful shields against illness, decline, and depression. It is no longer a question of whether social It is no longer a question of whether social connection matters. The real question is, how can we incorporate more of it into our daily lives? Healthy aging isn't just about what we eat or how often we exercise. It's also about who we talk to, laugh with, share stories with, and show up for. People with strong social ties tend to have lower blood pressure, fewer chronic illnesses, and better immune function. Emotionally, they report greater life satisfaction, stronger resilience, and lower rates of anxiety and depression. These aren't just feel-good statistics. They are proof that meaningful relationships play a key role in helping us thrive in our later years. And yet it's easy to underestimate how much effort it takes to maintain or build a social life. And yet, it's easy to underestimate how much effort it takes to maintain or build a life build a social life after 50. Friends may have moved away. Longtime coworkers may no longer be part of your daily routine. And physical limitations might make spontaneous outings more challenging. But while the path may look different than it did in your 20s or 30s, the ability to forge meaningful bonds and feel a sense of belonging and feel a sense of belonging remains well within reach. Now is the time to focus on connection, whether it happens through family dinners, neighborhood meetups, volunteer activities, or hobby clubs. Social interaction should be a regular, joyful part of our lives. Social interaction should be a regular, joyful part of our lives. As you'll see soon, the benefits of staying socially engaged are not just powerful, they're necessary. Why relationships are as vital as exercise and nutrition. Healthy aging is like baking bread. You need flour, but without yeast, the dough never rises. You need flour and water, but without yeast, the dough never rises. Exercise and nutrition may build the base, but social interaction is the ingredient that brings it to life. Loneliness has been directly linked to a range of negative health outcomes, including increased inflammation, weaker immune function, and a greater risk of cardiovascular disease. These aren't soft or abstract outcomes. They are real, measurable consequences that affect longevity and well-being. Aging adults who feel isolated are at a higher risk for cognitive decline. Studies show that lack of social interaction speeds up memory loss and contributes to diseases like Alzheimer's. Conversely, those who stay socially engaged tend to have better memory, clearer thinking, and more cognitive flexibility and more cognitive flexibility more cognitive and more cognitive flexibility well into their later years. This all points to one core idea. Social interaction is not a luxury. It's a form of mental and physical nourishment. Just like lifting weights strengthens the body. Just like lifting weights strengthens the body, conversations and companionship stimulate the brain, stimulate conversations and companionship stimulate the brain and ease the emotional burden of aging. Even small interactions, a phone call, a walk with a neighbor, a friendly chat with a barista. Even small interactions, a phone call, a walk with a neighbor, a friendly chat with a barista, send the brain signals of safety, connection, and well-being. Over time, these moments accumulate protecting against the emotional erosion that can come with age. Physical health also benefits from social engagement. Research shows that people who spend time with others tend to be more physically active, eat healthier diets, and are more likely to follow through on medical appointments or health goals. They're held accountable, not out of obligation, but because they're part of a community. In this way, connection fosters consistency, and consistency leads to better outcomes. Health outcomes. Finally, let's not forget the importance of laughter, shared experience, and emotional support. When times get tough, and they inevitably do as we age, it is our social circle that helps us carry the burden. A shared story, a supportive friend, or a well-timed hug can significantly lessen the emotional weight of grief, illness, or uncertainty. In short, relationships don't just help us live longer, they help us live better. Rebuilding your social circle. How, where, and how to start. For some, maintaining a rich social life feels natural. For others, especially those social life feels natural. For others, especially those facing recent loss, retirement, or health issues, it can seem more challenging. If you're reading this and think, I've lost touch with friends, or I don't know where to start, you're not alone. Social withdrawal is common with aging, but it's also reversible. The good news is that rebuilding your social world doesn't require a major overhaul. It simply involves taking a few intentional steps in the right direction. Start small. Is there someone you haven't spoken to in a while that you could call or text? Is there someone you haven't spoken to in a while that you could call or text? Is there a local group or club that interests you? Even attending one event can lead to meaningful connections. If you're unsure where to start, community centers and libraries often offer classes, support groups, or activity calendars tailored to older adults. These low-pressure environments are perfect for meeting people who share similar interests. Volunteering is another powerful way to connect with others. Helping out at local food banks, shelters, or schools or environmental groups fosters a sense of purpose while introducing you to new faces and experiences. Volunteering offers more than just time. It provides meaning. People often say that serving others fills a gap that they didn't realize they had. Hobbies can also serve as social outlets. Whether it's joining a walking club, learning to paint, attending a music whether it's joining a walking club, learning to paint, attending a music group, or participating in a gardening circle, shared interests naturally foster bonds. If mobility is an issue, many organizations now offer virtual meetups, Zoom-based hobby groups, or online classes that can be equally rewarding. Don't underestimate the importance of intergenerational relationships. Mentoring programs, storytelling events, and community projects frequently offer chances for older adults to pass on their wisdom to younger generations. These interactions benefit everyone involved. Giving purpose and fostering connections. They also serve as a reminder that we are part of a larger, continuous story. The healing power of being seen and heard. Blah. Blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. The healing power of being seen and heard. As we age, one of the most powerful feelings is the sense of invisibility, believing that society moves forward without us. As we age, one of the most painful feelings is the sense of invisibility, believing that society moves forward without us. But genuine connection breaks through that invisibility. Being seen, heard, and valued are powerful acts of healing. When we support others and they support us, we begin to feel grounded again. This sense of being anchored helps people. This sense of being anchored helps people cope with change, loss, and uncertainty. It doesn't eliminate life's challenges, but it provides context. It reminds us that we are not alone and that our presence still matters. Mental health professionals have long acknowledged the significance of community in treating depression, anxiety, and grief among older adults. The reason is simple. Isolation intensifies suffering. The reason is simple. Isolation intensifies suffering, whereas connection alleviates it. Whether it's attending a support group, joining a discussion circle, or just participating in a regular game night, just participating in a regular game night. Engaging in social activities helps build identity, confidence, and emotional resilience. Feeling connected also nourishes hope. When you laugh with a friend, attend a family gathering, or participate in something larger than yourself, the horizon of possibilities broadens. Suddenly, the future feels less intimidating and more filled with opportunity. Hope may not be measurable like cholesterol levels or bone density, but 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 it is just as essential to long-term health. It's important to realize that building or rebuilding a social life isn't always easy. Vulnerability is part of the journey. You might feel awkward. You might face awkward moments or setbacks. You could feel nervous about putting yourself out there. That's okay. Courage isn't the absence of discomfort. It's the decision to keep going. It's the decision to keep going despite it. When you nurture these moments, the rewards become truly meaningful. Heartfelt conversations, shared joy, and a sense of belonging. Heartfelt conversations, shared joy, and a sense of belonging. These experiences turn ordinary days into meaningful ones. They're not extras. They're essential. Importance of social connections. Our value for social connections becomes clearer as we age. Our emotional well-being, which stems from relationships, becomes just as important as physical health. Our emotional well-being, which stems from relationships, becomes just as important as physical health when we seek a fulfilling life after turning 50. Studies show that strong studies show Studies show that strong social connections not only improve happiness, but also have significant effects on our health outcomes. A 2023 study in health psychology found that individuals with strong social connections reported 50% higher life satisfaction rates than those who felt isolated. Smith et al., 2023. The relationship emphasizes the importance of actively building relationships with family, friends, and community members during our aging years. Older adults experience less loneliness and depression when they engage in social interactions. According to the National Institute on Aging in 2024, social isolation increases the risk of cognitive decline and various physical health issues, including heart disease. Studies show that staying socially active enhances mental health by reducing anxiety symptoms and improving cognitive functions. Johnson and Lee, 2024. Building meaningful relationships is crucial because they help protect older adults from the stresses associated with aging. Social engagement provides equally important health benefits for the human body. Research shows that social contact triggers the release of oxytocin, which acts as the bonding hormone, to promote trust-based connections between people. This hormone response results in lower blood pressure and reduced stress. Enhancing cardiovascular health. Harvard University researchers conducted a longitudinal study in 2023 that found older adults who participate in social activities maintained better physical health compared to socially isolated seniors. Williams et al., 2023. Evidence indicates that our physical health is closely linked to our social relationships. Social connections improve our quality of life by offering emotional support to those facing difficult times, along with their health benefits. Our moods improve when we laugh with friends. Our moods improve when we laugh with friends and receive Our moods improve when we laugh with friends and receive encouragement from family, which helps boost our resilience. These social interactions enrich our lives and provide us with better tools to manage aging. We create a strong support network. We create a strong support network by working to develop and maintain relationships. Building and maintaining social connections requires intentional effort. People often withdraw from social events due to declining physical abilities, the loss of loved ones, and natural aging. However, individuals of all ages can form new friendships. Individuals of all ages can form new friendships. However, individuals of all ages can form new friendships and rekindle past relationships. Community centers, along with local clubs, community centers, community centers, along with local clubs and local clubs and volunteer organizations offer numerous opportunities for involvement. The American Association of Retired Persons, AARP, conducted a 2024 study which showed that 69% of older adults participating in community activities reported greater life satisfaction and stronger feelings of connection. AARP 2024. Research shows that people who actively seek social engagement experience meaningful improvements in their emotional well-being. The following sections will present different ways to boost social participation. The following sections will present different ways to boost social participation when accessing community The following sections will present different ways to boost social participation when accessing community resources, as discussed in this chapter. The foundation of social connection provides the basis for practical relationship building advice. The foundation of social connection provides the basis for practical relationship building advice. What the fuck? The foundation of social connection provides the basis for practical relationship building advice in the upcoming sections. Our social lives can be enriched through various opportunities, including finding local support groups, and participating in community events. Social connections are critical, so we should prioritize them in every way. Social connections are critical, so we should prioritize them in every way. Ugh. Social connections are critical, so we should prioritize them in every way. People need social bonds to support their emotions and maintain good mental and physical health. Our quality of life improves. Our quality of life improves when we focus on relationships and actively seek social opportunities as we get older. The following sections will show that building social connections is essential for successful aging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah. Sup. Check. Sup. Okay, where were we? What was this? Okay, we're on finding community resources and support. You're not alone. Finding community finding community resources and finding community resources and support. Ugh. Finding community resources and support. A key part of social interactions in boosting mental and emotional well-being is recognizing community resources. A key part of social connections in boosting mental and emotional well-being is recognizing community resources and support systems that strengthen these bonds. Local resources offer significant benefits to individuals aged 50 and older, improving their health and overall quality of life. This subchapter highlights various opportunities for older adults through fitness programs. This subchapter highlights various opportunities for older adults through fitness programs, social clubs, and volunteer activities. While emphasizing the importance of actively engaging while emphasizing the importance of actively engaging in community life. Community resources are plentiful, but their availability varies. Community resources are plentiful, but their availability varies greatly depending on your location. Local parks and recreation departments provide fitness classes such as low impact Local parks and recreation departments provide fitness classes such as low-impact aerobics, yoga, and Tai Chi for older adults. According to research from the National Institute on Aging in 2023, structured exercise programs help older adults improve their strength, balance, and flexibility, supporting independence as they age. The physical benefits of these classes are complemented by social advantages, giving participants the chance to meet others with similar interests and goals. The community provides various social clubs. The community provides various social clubs and groups for older adults, along with fitness programs. These clubs allow members to share interests in gardening. Reading, and crafting, fostering strong bonds among participants. According to research published in the Journal of Gerontology in 2023. According to research published in the Journal of Gerontology in 2023. According to research published in the Journal of Gerontology in 2023, older adults who participate in social activities Older adults who participate in social activities experience higher life satisfaction. Older, older adults who participate in social activities experience higher life satisfaction and exhibit fewer signs of depression. Membership in these clubs helps people make friends and creates a support system that enhances their overall quality of life. Volunteering is a meaningful way to connect with the community and promote positive social change. In 2023, the Corporation for National and Community Service conducted a study on older adults, finding that volunteering reduces stress, boosts happiness, and improves cognitive skills. Volunteer activities include youth mentoring and local environmental projects. Volunteering benefits both community members and volunteers, providing them with a sense of purpose and satisfaction. What the fuck? I don't know, this thing just closed. And there we go. There we go. Yeah. Volunteering benefits both community members and volunteers, providing them with a sense of purpose and satisfaction. People can find community resources by checking local government websites and visiting community centers, as these organizations often maintain lists of available programs and services. The organization AARP offers resources and guidance to help people connect with local activities and groups. People can also find local events through social media platforms and community bulletin boards, which are useful tools for discovering area activities and events. The process of exploring community resources involves more than just The process of exploring community resources. The process of exploring community resources involves more than just finding activities because it builds a sense of community. The process of exploring community resources involves more than just finding activities because The process of exploring community resources involves more than just finding activities because it builds a sense of community belonging. Older adults who participate in social activities can reduce their feelings of loneliness and isolation. The American Psychological Association published research in 2024 showing that social engagement leads to better mental health outcomes because Stop. The American Psychological Association published research in 2024 showing that social engagement leads to better mental health outcomes because community involvement supports emotional well-being. Readers should approach this exploration with an open mind and a will. Readers. Readers should approach this exploration with an open mind. Readers should approach this exploration with an open mind and a willingness to try new things. The journey toward community involvement through fitness classes, local events, and cause-based volunteering offers considerable health and happiness benefits with every step forward. The use of community resources is vital for encouraging active living and improving the well-being of individuals aged 50 and older. Older adults who take part in local fitness classes, join social clubs. Older adults who take part in local fitness classes, join social clubs, and volunteer form meaningful connections that benefit their physical and mental health. The next section examines how volunteering in community service offers additional health benefits, offers additional health advantages, ultimately ultimately contributing to a more fulfilling life. The research will show how social engagement positively influences personal wellness while strengthening community bonds. Volunteering and its health benefits. This section emphasizes the importance of social engagement in promoting healthy aging. Strong social ties provide benefits that go beyond friendship, significantly impacting both physical and mental health. Volunteering builds social connection and fosters a sense of purpose, all while contributing to improved physical and mental well-being. This section discusses the many health advantages of volunteering and explains how helping others can bring meaningful rewards to your life. Research shows that volunteering has a direct link to improved health. Research shows that volunteering has a direct link to improved mental health outcomes. Research shows that volunteering has a direct link to improved mental health outcomes. The Journal of Happiness Studies published research in 2022 indicating that older adults who volunteered experienced higher life satisfaction and fewer depression symptoms than non-volunteers. Smith et al., 2022. Helping others through volunteer work. Helping others through volunteer work offers a sense of purpose and social connection, which becomes especially important during aging challenges. This renewed sense of purpose is especially valuable for people experiencing social isolation and feelings of disconnection from their community. Research shows that volunteering benefits both mental and physical health. The National Institute on Aging released a 2023 report indicating that older adults who volunteer regularly see improvements in physical health. Such as lower blood pressure and better cardiovascular health. Johnson and Lee, 2023. Volunteer activities include helping at food banks, taking part in community cleanups, and joining educational programs. These activities give older adults physical exercise and helps them stay active. Fighting the common sedentary lifestyle often linked with aging. Volunteering boosts cognitive function. Volunteering boosts cognitive function. Research published in Psychological Science for 2024 shows that older adults who volunteer maintain better cognitive abilities than those who don't. Thompson et al., 2024. Engaging with different groups and taking on new challenges provides mental stimulation, which keeps the mind sharp. The cognitive engagement involved in volunteering is a key factor in maintaining mental sharpness and serves as a protective measure against the development of dementia. People can maximize their benefits by selecting volunteer roles that match People can maximize their benefits by selecting volunteer roles that match their skills and interests. Various organizations seek volunteers for different tasks, including youth mentoring, environmental care, and animal care and environmental support. Websites like Volunteer Match and local community centers list specific opportunities that suit various interests and skills. People often find greater joy and fulfillment through volunteering when they choose activities that personally interest them. The amount of time needed for volunteering should not be a barrier. Since people can benefit from it in any way they contribute. Small acts of kindness, like helping neighbors and joining community events, can lead to significant health benefits. According to a 2023 AARP Foundation study, short volunteering activities can boost feelings of happiness and strengthen community bonds among older adults. AARP Foundation, 2023. The flexible nature of volunteering allows people to participate at times that suit their personal schedules, making it accessible to everyone. The next chapter discusses how common misconceptions about aging can discourage people from joining social activities like volunteering. Some might think their contributions don't matter, and that they don't have enough energy to participate. However, evidence shows the opposite. Volunteering can help seniors regain their energy and build stronger community ties, which challenges typical age-related stereotypes. Volunteering provides many benefits that improve health and well-being for people aged 50 and older. It fosters social connections, provides a sense of purpose, and improves both physical and mental health. Making it a vital tool for leading a fulfilling life. we did it. We did it. We did it. Let's bring this back a little bit. 55 minutes. That means it had some errors in there. Let's see. So last time we did this, we found out, and you could tell because it was broken up into sections. Like chapter 7, for example, that was a pretty good read, and that was around, I think the raw thing was about 50. Chapter 8, I think, was around 45. But it's broken into 1, 2, 3 sections, so that's how I read this. This was broken into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sections. So the easy ones are like right in front. For sure. Those are all the easy ones. Or like a cough at the beginning. Those are easy cuts. So we'll just get rid of all that. Or like an obvious, like, hey, that's pretty long. Actually, though, the next step might solve that. So check this out. Nice. Yeah. Bring that down to here. Okay, so those like really raw cuts, that brings it from 55 down to 54. Not bad. We saved a minute. But here's where the big savings come in, because if I go to remove silence, this is just saying, hey, if there's any section that goes to below 40 decibels for 1 second, split it into a region, right? And so that's what all these are. So what I'm going to do, because that's split for about a second, I'm going to bring these all back to about half a second and then extend the front just a little bit. Right? Because what that does is it gives me a little bit of that start. A lot of the times it'll get like cut off there or whatever. So if we extend it, it'll like bring that head back. The only thing I don't like is I can't smush them all over without creating these overlaps. And yeah, you're thinking just go in and remove overlaps, but check this out. It doesn't actually, It doesn't actually remove those overlaps. So I guess what I'm going to do is go through, make sure everything is honky-dory. Funny, though. All right, let's go. Remove silence. It's going to be 78 regions. That's pretty close to the last one. To be fair, shrink this down a bit, maybe like to here. Then extend the head a little bit. Put it all over and remove those overlaps. Hopefully that works. There's just like some sections that are a little suspect. And I guess I'll hear them, so it doesn't really matter. but still, I hate doing additional work. Okay. All right, so if this has any, remove silence for 1 minute, 91 regions. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. So let's pull this back. Extend the head just slightly. Yeah, okay. Bring those all over. Okay, so like that's an issue, obviously. Remove overlaps. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. This is an issue. This is an issue. We can't have that. Yeah, now these overlap. Can't be doing that. We can't be doing that. What is the deal, dude? I just don't want to have any overlaps. So, is there a way to, let's see, remove silence? Let's go pre-attack time. I think if we put that down to 0, that might remove the overlaps. Maybe. Hopefully. Okay. Possibly. So what I'm going to do is Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. I'm going to turn this back into this, right? So, make sure I didn't mess anything up there. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the silence, turn it into this. Let me make sure that pre-attack time was correct. Remove silence. No pre-attack. Okay, so that's good. So I will take about half a second off and then put that half a second at the beginning. Oh, looks like it's still got stuff on there. Looks like we're still overlapping. What is up with that overlap, dude? I do not want the overlap, man. I wish it just like nudged it over when you eliminated the overlaps. I don't know what this problem is. If anyone can point me in the right direction on that. Don't like that at all. Because it looks like it's right up to the edge there. So we can't just like eliminate a little bit more without it becoming an issue. And in fact, I think when I do that, when I smush it over and remove the overlaps, it's going to become even more of an issue. So can't have that. Yeah, and like right there, that F is getting cut off. Which isn't bad. It's just like that's gonna add a lot extra work, and I just don't need to be doing that. Like all of this right here could just be automated. So, um, I want to have like less work, not more work. And why are you doing this? Like, oh yeah, if it touches, fade all the way out. You know, like why are you doing this? How about automate it to where if there is touching and there's obviously a signal, go to the signal. Yeah. I wish the overlap thing actually worked because I think that would actually solve my issues, but alas. Fuck. Stop overlapping, dude. And I solve this with my post because I can just say like whatever silence there is, just remove it. But yeah, like you don't need all that. And furthermore, like why is that even there to begin with? Shouldn't that have been removed? Because I removed all the heads, so like why are you still here? Why are you still here? I just am under the impression that if I can just figure this out, I can get better at like streamlining this. And like this is an issue, obviously, that just could be solved with the tools that I have already. Like it's not that big of a deal. It's just like if I can get just a little bit better at this, then I can export it more optimally, and I can get better at streamlining the whole situation. I just hate how it like goes straight up to it. It goes straight up to it. See, how do I automate that? That's what I want. I don't want to fade. Don't want it to fade into each other. Although, like in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. But it's just like if I have an F there and it fades out, then it's gonna sound weird. Or like right there, like obviously this is trailing off. Gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way that I could just select everything and do it better. Gotta be a way. I can remove all of these erroneous overlaps. Gotta be a way. There we go. A visible disgust. Yes. Sounds about right. Again, why are you blocking? I just want to decompress this. That should be a decompressor. Something to like pull it all out automatically. I don't know. I want to have this up because I am on this screen and I will definitely not read chat if it's not right in front of me, out of sight, out of mind. Okay, let's see. Let's remove silence from here. Okay, sounds about right. So then what we can do is we know that it's about a minute. So I could trim that off. Yeah, I think that's about right. And then like all of these, it's obviously going to start midway through. Yeah, thanks for that. So then because of that, if I go over, does it overlap? Be like there's no overlaps here, which is exactly what I want to see. Yeah, if I can nail this part, that'll be something. It won't make it like a cakewalk, but it'll make it a lot easier for me, which is all I really want. Okay. And also 32 to 39, that's a good amount of savings right there. That's a good amount of savings. All right. Let's remove silence. 13 regions, 13 reasons. All right. So then to here, probably to like there. And maybe we want to extend it to here. Maybe. Yeah. So I feel like that's gentle enough to where it's actually like.
Volunteering benefits both community members and volunteers, groups. People can also find local.
5 regions. See, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Post-release time. What is that? Yeah, no. So as you can see, this is kind of what I'm doing. I'm splitting it up into these regions. Like a silence will trigger a region, and then I'll bring those regions back about the amount of silence that I know is there because definitionally it does. And then extend the head a little back because that didn't catch it exactly. It's got to have time to like get up to that. And then put it over. That way there should be no overlap. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. I think I might have found the method. All right. Remove silence. 74 regions. This is going to highlight all 74. I'm going to, let's see, this is from like 46:28, 27 to 28. So that's about 1 second right there. So then I can take that and split it down to the half a second mark. Probably a little bit less than that, actually. And then take the head and extend that. Let's see, I was at 20:05 to 20 exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Make sure there's no overlap. Looks like we're on an ad. Whoops. And then bring those over.
And improves both physical.
Cool. So that brought it down to 44:44. All of that was about 6 minutes worth. So I'm not going to think about it any further. Just the 44:44. We're going to take that and we're going to bounce it as chapter 9. Bounce. Okay. All right. Well, man, a minute 30. I should have paused the ads because I'm actually thinking about getting out of here. But thank you for everybody who does watch the ads for the time being. The little amounts definitely add up. You would say it's not worth the electricity, and you'd be right. But it's important for me to do what I can to make the mundane as interesting as possible. And then at that point, what I can do is get better at just describing kind of what I'm doing, put on a show for just the average and the mundane. And if I can make the everyday a spectacle, then what I can do is I can make the emphatic and the exciting even more exciting. That's kind of the whole intent of it. But yeah, it looks like we are good on the bounce. So I will go on to Descript. Verifying browser. What are you doing, dude? All right, we're not getting through that checkpoint. Anyway, looks like we are on the main screen though. We're on the main screen. 16 seconds left, so I'm gonna just kill just a second of time before these ads go through, and then I'll read the end, and then I'll close out. So that's about what I'm gonna be doing. All right, okay. Fantastic. All right. Well, like I was saying, thank you for watching the ads. I really do appreciate that. Every little bit helps. So thank you, everybody who is tuning in while I was doing chapter 9 here today. So now we have 10, 11, and 12. We have 3 chapters to do on Fit After 50, Fit and Fit, whatever it is, Fit and strong after 50. I think that's what it is. All right, so thank you so much for tuning in for it. I really appreciate it. I want to thank anybody who's watching the playbacks as well. I think it immediately starts with an ad on those, so you guys are awesome because the AdSense on those are looking pretty good. So thank you very much for that, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in while I'm putting all this together. I'm here to answer any of the questions that you might have with audiobook reading or performing or acting or voiceover work or anything of the sort. If you want to ask me about my setup, you're more than welcome to do that. I should even have like a little key thing to hit, like exclamation mark setup, and then you can get described what setup I have. So yeah, I think that I have a few different places to grow, but I'm always learning, and today we learned a new technique. And I was applying that, and it looked like it was kind of working. So thank you for watching while I learn, while I grow, and you're amazing for watching the journey. You are early on everything, and I appreciate you watching while I put it together. So thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in. You guys are great, and I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Take it easy.